Well, hello everyone. I don't know if you know me, but my name's Grace, and here is just a little bit of my end of the semester. Done with sophomore year. Kind of crazy. Here is the mezzotint plate that I finished my design, and here I am cutting paper. The way that you cut paper for things that are like etched or like run through the press is that you have to tear it. It gives it a nice like torn edge. So yeah. And then for this one, I did a few with Aqua ink and some of our other ink. I ended up liking the other ink more. I didn't show it here, but that's just because it gave it a deeper black and it was more solid. Honestly, I was so happy to see my design like show up because this was like working backwards, and I was like really happy because I had no idea what I was doing going into this, so it was a really fun process to like learn and try to get the hang of. One thing that was a little scary was the more I ran it through the press to do like proofs to try to get exactly how I wanted, the slightly lighter, the like deep black started to get, so I think I had to go back like once or twice to like readjust the mezzotint, which would have messed up like the highlights of the hair that I wanted. Hello, so I'm working on my sketchbook drawings for figure drawing. And I always do like a pencil sketch first just to get my form down, and then I go with like in with whatever medium I think like best fits the piece. Like the goal of this is to copy the artwork that our professor gave us to like our best of our abilities, trying to get the proper medium and all that fun stuff. Some of them I'm just like, I have no idea how to do, and then every time I look at this next one piece, technically next two pieces, I'm just like, I don't know how to make it look the same. And also, there's only so much you can do on like mixed media paper. Like mixed media paper for me is just really bad for anything like charcoal related, and we've had a lot of those. It doesn't have a nice feeling. It doesn't blend nicely. It's like too like grainy or toothy or whatever on the paper. Just whatever. But I guess it is good because we do have an occasional like watercolor type piece or like ink, and that does need the thicker paper. But yeah, I just don't know sometimes how to like recreate pieces, and I'm just like, this isn't my style. This isn't what I want to do, which is part of the reason why we're doing it, to explore styles and stuff. So I'm like, okay, no, it's fine. But yeah, super fun. That is one of them. So like, it's just it's kind of drawing from like so nice and sketchy to like, I don't know, ink wash, watercolor, black watercolor. You can tell it's very like, it looks like wet on wet technique, except for like the harsh lines of the hair and then the eyeballs. I'm just like, it's like a perfect circle and it has harsh edges. I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? Just like, and then the pencil lines are gonna be so hard to not see afterwards. And then look at the background, it's like a gray. This isn't gray. And then the next one is this one. And I also don't know what to do. Like, color fades bluish black. It's just like all the color variation. Like there's like a little bit of like warmer green. I don't know. And then it's just like, it's also like and then lighter, darker. There's a face. There's like more face, and there's like I don't know. But anyways, I am doing the sketches for it. Step one, and then tomorrow I'm probably going to try to do the like finish it. So yeah, fun. Here's a little behind the scenes of me choreographing a dance that I filmed. The assignment was to do like a self-expression, and I used to dance for 10 years, so I thought that it was pretty fitting for me to choreograph it and capture it in a form of art that I actually do nowadays. Granted, film was a little bit outside of my comfort zone because I am photography and fine art, but it was still really incredible to do. A little backstory here is that two people were doing an interview like right behind the corner, and this press is so squeaky. It's just really funny and really awkward, and Holly and I were trying to print. So we printed very slowly in order to not make a loud noise. I would like to say hilarious, slow, but it worked. Testing out a different type of carving material. Hello, just doing some late night printing. It's 9:30 p.m. Yeah. A little CMYK print for Mother's Day. Also, I did a test sheet of different types of bitmap patterns for a larger CMYK print that I'm going to be doing. And here are the films printed out for my large CMYK print. First, color. I really am working pretty large for these final projects. This is a kind of off-brand linoleum thing. I got it from Lowe's. I think it's called PC Shower Liner, and that is what I decided to carve on to print on top of a painting I did for a figure drawing. I've been playing around with this idea of like doing two different images on one piece. I did a self-portrait with gouache and then pen on top of it. It didn't really turn out as good as I wanted it to. I did one with like graphite and then white pen on top. It wasn't as noticeable with the poses difference, so I wanted to exaggerate that and just push myself further and combine something that I really enjoy doing, printmaking, with a regular class figure drawing. Now, I did a few like proofs before I went on to the actual print on my painting. I did two other versions, one to have a base and one to watercolor on eventually. I have yet to do that, but it is on my to-do list. But honestly, it was so nerve-wracking doing a print this big. Like, I had to use the press to print, and I've never used the press to use like a block print before, so it was a new experience. I had to like play around with the pressure with some of my proofs before I got the nice medium, which is what you see here. Okay, and here's my painting that I'm going to be printing over. Terrifying. Like, what was going through my head was, I cannot screw this up. The placement has to be perfect. I cannot redo this if I mess it up. Because this was my one painting and it was due the next day. Cutting it close. Yeah, I was. But I was surprisingly happy with how it turned out. I will let you guys see the results for yourself, but let me know in the comments down below, do you think that this process was a success? And would you try something out like this yourself in the future? This is something I'm definitely going to be playing around with in the future because it was such a fun thing to do, and I want to be able to push this idea further. You can stop it. Why is he so cute? Twiggy. Twiggy, Twiggy. Oh, you're so precious. I love you, baby. Aww.